Every time you react, you hand your power away. Every time you lose control, you let the world decide who you are. Emotional control isn't about being cold. It's about being unshakable. When you master your emotions, you stop being a puppet of circumstance and start becoming the author of your own reality. This is not about pretending you don't feel. It's about choosing what deserves your energy and what doesn't. Because until you control your emotions, they will control you. Chapter 1. You are not your emotions. Most people live their entire lives enslaved by something they can't even see. Not by governments, not by other people, but by their own emotions. They wake up anxious and they call it a bad day. They feel anger and they call it personality. They feel doubt and they call it reality. They confuse what they feel with who they are. That's the trap. That's the illusion that keeps people weak, reactive, and lost. You are not your emotions. You are not your anger. You are not your fear. You are not your doubt. You are the awareness behind them. You are the one watching them rise and fall. You are the one choosing, whether consciously or unconsciously, what to give power to. You are the thinker, not the thought. You are the fire, not the smoke. That's the key. Let's make this clear. Emotions are signals, not identities. They're weather passing through the sky of your mind. But most people build their homes inside the storm. They feel anger for 1 moment and live angry for 10 years. They feel fear for 1 second and let it define their entire life. They feel sadness and decide they are broken. Stop letting temporary emotions create permanent beliefs. Stop worshiping feelings as if they are truth. They are not truth. They are noise. Your emotions are data, not direction. They're feedback, not orders. The problem is, you've been trained since childhood to identify with how you feel. You've been told things like, "You're an angry person. You're too sensitive. You're so moody." No one told you that emotions are chemical storms, temporary biological reactions to interpretation. No one told you that you can feel anger without becoming angry. You have a choice. That's the key. When you feel it, pause. Observe it. Name it. Don't drown in it. Say it out loud if you must. I am feeling anger right now. Not, I am angry. That one change in language rewires your power, because when you name the emotion without merging with it, you create distance. Distance gives clarity. Clarity gives control. And control, that's freedom. You are the awareness behind the storm. You are the watcher. You are the one who decides whether to fan the flame or let it fade. Here's what emotional mastery looks like in practice. Someone insults you. You feel the sting, the heat in your chest, the rise of defense. The old version of you reacts instantly. You defend, you attack, you prove. The mastered version of you feels it but doesn't move. You breathe, you watch. You realize the insult isn't truth, it's bait, and you refuse to bite. You've learned that reacting means surrendering control. You've learned that silence is strength. You've learned that emotions don't demand obedience, they demand observation. That's emotional control. Every emotion wants one thing: attention. It feeds on your focus. And the more attention you give it, the stronger it becomes. You don't need to kill your emotions. You need to lead them. Emotions are children, loud, impulsive, dramatic. They scream for attention. But the mind is the parent, patient, calm, disciplined. If you let the child drive, you crash. If you let the parent lead, you arrive. You have to start parenting your emotions. When fear shows up, say, I see you. When anger rises, say, you don't own me. When doubt whispers, say, not today. Remember, you are the thinker, not the thought. You are the fire, not the smoke. Say it again, because repetition rewires identity. You are the thinker, not the thought. You are the fire, not the smoke. That's the mantra. That's the foundation of emotional freedom. Let's go deeper. Every emotion starts with a thought. Every thought starts with a belief. And most beliefs aren't even yours. They were planted by family, by society, by failure, by rejection. They tell you what to feel before you even think. You've been reacting to programming, not reality. You've been living in someone else's script. But here's the truth. You can rewrite it. You can choose a new default. Next time a wave hits you, don't drown. Watch. Wait. Ask, is this emotion useful? If it is, use it. If it's not, release it. You don't need to suppress emotions, you need to understand them. That's the difference between weakness and mastery. Weakness reacts. Mastery reflects. It's not about avoiding emotion. It's about managing energy. It's not about pretending you don't feel. It's about choosing what deserves your feeling. Remember, anger isn't bad. Fear isn't bad. Sadness isn't bad. But they become poison when they define you. Feel it, but don't feed it. Use it, but don't live in it. Notice it, but don't become it. You are the awareness behind all of it. That's the truth that separates the lost from the disciplined. Let's end this chapter with something real. Every emotion is a wave. You can't stop the ocean, but you can learn to surf. That's emotional control. You're not trying to eliminate emotion. You're learning to ride it. You're learning to stay steady while the storm passes. The storm will always come, but it no longer decides who you are. Because you are not your emotions. You are the one watching them. You are the one deciding. You are the one in control. You are the thinker, not the thought. You are the fire, not the smoke. That's the key. That's where strength begins. That's where emotional mastery starts. Transition to Chapter 2. You've learned to separate yourself from emotion, to stop confusing feeling with identity. Now it's time to face the next battlefield, the one that steals power the fastest. Because once you understand who you are, the next step is mastering what you do when the world tests you.